defensive team, and they certainly have displayed it here today. However, they displayed everything here today, all that they could do.
The dark uniforms and the white uniforms that you're looking at now, Bryant, Hicks, Johnson, Michaels, and Hatchett. We'd like to pass along our best to Jerry Conrad, recuperating. Everybody here in our television tournament crew extends a very fond greeting to Jerry. We're looking forward to having him back with us in Champaign-Urbana next year. Bruce Johnson, the young sophomore, against Levi Cobb. At center.
Waiting for, Tom.
In the air, and the tip is controlled by Morgan Park in the backcourt. It's Johnson over to Berry, and Berry, who's celebrating his birthday today, brings it on the attack. High post to Bowman. Good fake, 2 point.
Well, he faked the sophomore out on the first move.
Out of the backcourt with the ball, number 10, Joe Michaels. You saw his older brother coaching Marion in a quarterfinal game in our telecast. Bryant gives it over in the corner to Larry Hatchett. Bryant to the baseline, double team there.
Hey, Morgan Park in his own defense. That's a switch.
Rebound, Cobb. Took it away from Johnson, 2-0. Morgan Park leads. And out of the backcourt, Berry with the ball for the Mustangs. Cobb, guarded by Hicks.
Boy, look at that defense on Hicks. He wouldn't go for the fake.
From outside, Larry Smith, 4-0, Morgan Park. Minute and 10 seconds have gone by in the opening period of this championship game. From outside, in for two, Joe Michaels, and it's 4-2. Aurora West has started slowly in each and every game we've seen them play. And yet, here they are in the championship contest. They beat Eisenhower Decatur 63-51 this afternoon, while Morgan Park outlasted Oak Park 59-58. Remember that one? Cobb, 6-2. Bowman, Smith, and Cobb each have scored a bucket for Morgan Park. Michaels, the young man with the ball, has the only 2 points for West Aurora. So far, Bryant, Michaels, Hatchett, Bryant, baseline to Hicks against Cobb. Boy, I wouldn't want to come between those two, Jack. I would be the thinnest sports announcer you've ever seen.
Maybe that's where I ought to go.
Cobb with the ball. Turns, and Hicks is right with him. Back on top to Johnson. 6-4. Morgan Park with a 2-point lead and the ball. This is it. This is the big one. From outside. Tip. Rebound. West Aurora, Ron Hicks. That was Jeff Berry who put it up from long range and got one of those in and out. 5:21 to go. First quarter. 6-4. Morgan Park with the lead. Bryant threw it over the rim. Hicks underneath. Whistle. Foul is going to be called. It'll be on Larry Smith.
All right. Actually, Bryant fires the ball up. It's actually an air ball, but it works right into the hands of Aurora's Hicks. He goes up, and Smith fouls. Chance to tie the ball game up now for the West Aurora Blackhawks.
Hicks at the free throw line. He'll be there to shoot a pair. Didn't waste much time getting that first one off. 6-5. Morgan Park leads by 1. This could tie it up early in the game. We've got a tie ball game. 6-6. Morgan Park getting some full court pressure now from West Aurora. In the backcourt, Berry against Hatchett. Down the left side to Smith. Johnson in the middle. Cobb, a fall away 15-footer. Rebound, Bryant. And we have the deliberate John McDougall Blackhawks of Aurora West bringing it on the attack. Hatchett. Zone defense by Morgan Park. Bryant. Johnson. Tipped by Hicks.
Oh, boy. I tell you, I think Cobb is strong. I don't know. I don't know who is stronger, Hicks or Cobb.
John McDougall looking on a moment ago as our camera caught a look at the West Aurora bench. Johnson on the left side to Berry, back to Johnson, top of the circle. Right side now to Smith. Johnson, an 18-footer. Rebound, Hicks. 8-6. West Aurora leads by 2. 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Michaels. Left side to Bryant. Michaels to the free throw line. Passed up the 15-footer to Bryant. Driving, scoop shot in and out. Rebound, Cobb. Going the other way, Morgan Park. In the dark forest green, trimmed in red and white. Bill Warden is their coach. Beat his old school this afternoon, Oak Park, 59-58. Felt badly about it, he told me, but quite happy with the victory. From long range, Smith, short, rebound, Hicks and Johnson. No, rebound instead, if you're keeping tabs, to HATCHETT.
That's about the first rebound that Hicks and Cobb haven't gotten, I think.
Indeed. 3:14 remaining in this first period. 8-6, West Aurora. Alert defense by Johnson, nearly thefted it away.
Joe Michaels, a real key to this Black Hawk attack.
Good driving two-pointer by Bryant.
Yeah, I think they called basket interference. It didn't matter. The ball went in, but had it not gone in, they would have called basket interference.
10-6. There's a look at Bill Warden and his coaching staff and the reserves on the bench of Morgan Park. West Aurora leads by 4. 2:50 remaining in the first period. Cobb, boy, he and Hicks are just eyeball to eyeball, aren't they? There's Bowman. Rebound, Smith, fall away, short, rebound, Johnson. Young sophomore. Going to repeat my comment of Friday. I'd certainly like to see him when he's a senior. Boy.
A young, mature sophomore.
10-6, West Aurora. Bryant, Michaels, Bryant. Under to Hicks. Puts it up, he's got the bucket. Foul is going to be called on Cobb.
All right, let's watch as West Aurora works this ball into Hicks. Ball over to Bryant, takes the baseline, dice bounce pass in, pump fake, and up.
12-6, West Aurora leads Morgan Park. Hicks will be at the free throw line when play resumes. We have a timeout with 2:21 remaining in this, the first quarter. Hicks is 3 for 3. Last year, if you'll remember, it was Phillips, 76, and Bloom, 48 in this championship game as Phillips captured the big trophy. Been a thrilling tournament. Some truly outstanding basketball by some very talented players. All right, let's pause 5 seconds for station identification. 12-6, West Aurora leads Morgan Park. There's part of the West Aurora cheerleading squad. A moment ago, you saw Morgan Park's pretty young ladies out there. Had a delightful time with those girls. That girl second from the right is Miss Teenage Illinois. Robin Lucker. She is just pretty as a picture.
That interview, Tom.
She is a delightful, pretty young lady.
Tom, Bill Warden came out with his Morgan Park Mustangs in his own defense. That was a surprise to me. I would not be surprised now, however, if he doesn't go back man-to-man. At the present time, the Blackhawks are very deliberate and really going well against their 2-3 zone.
That's the first thing that Hicks has not done well. He missed a free throw. Until then, he had 8 points, had controlled most of the boards, and was the factor in this game. 12-6. West Aurora leads Morgan Park. The Mustangs have the ball. That's Johnson. Going to be partially deflected, and underneath, Hicks has that loose ball. Gives it to Michaels. And the Blackhawks bring it on the attack. Michaels out of the backcourt, over to HATCHETT, to Michaels. Cross court on the far side to Bryant. He can shoot from there. Back to Michaels.
Still in his zone.
Rebound is off and grabbed by Bowman. Bowman to Johnson. Johnson hustles it down the near side of the court. On the attack for Morgan Park, looking in for Cobb, finds him underneath, behind his man, and in for 2. Cobb's got 4. And John McDougall of Aurora West says that's not the way we had that program. 12-8. Aurora West leading. Michaels penetrating to the top of the key and shoots from there. Rebound. Bowman clears it on the far side to Berry. Turnaround by Cobb. Partially deflected. Foul will be called on Ron Hicks, his first. Bill Warden, head and hands, wiping the perspiration from his brow. Oh, Bill, there'll be some anxious moments before this one's over.
Here's the matchup. Hicks on Cobb. Cobb goes up. Hicks does not think he fouled. However, he got just a piece of his hand. 2 shots, Levi Cobb.
Cobb, an excellent free throw shooter, has 5 points, 12-9. Aurora West leading. 12-10. Cobb, just truly an outstanding basketball player. And I might say he has just been the focal point of every college scout. They have been watching him hungrily. Michaels with the ball over to Bryant. Baseline driving, nice move.
Oh, stepped on the baseline, Tom.
Unfortunate because he really came up the baseline beautifully, and a nice scoop shot for the lay-in, but it won't count. 12-10. Morgan Park trails by 2. They have the ball. Far side to Johnson. Little guard, I don't believe I've seen him take a shot in 2 days. There's Cobb from long range. I guess no range is too far away when you're Levi Cobb. We're tied at 12-12. Half a minute to go in the first period. Been a corking good first quarter so far, one that you'd expect from 2 teams that have battled the opposition to a standstill and advance to the championship game for 1976. 16 seconds. Obviously, the Blackhawks going for 1.
Well, I think Bryant is going to take one down at the baseline.
There he is. There's the shot. Tipped out of bounds. Rolls away. 3 seconds. They'll stop the clock. Blackhawks will have perhaps one more opportunity. They'll try to inbound it baseline. Lob is in the corner. Shooting it. On the rim. No good. Rebound is off. There's the buzzer. Hatchett shot did not go in. We're deadlocked here. The end of the first quarter. West Aurora 12. Morgan Park 12. Tom Kelly, Jack Burmaster, Floyd Brown. We're courtside with you for this, the championship game, 1976. West Aurora against Morgan Park. Both of these schools have won the Chicago area schools have won the last 8 titles here at the state tournament. West Aurora shooting 35%, Morgan Park 41% for the first period. And Hicks has got 8. Cobb has got 8. About as even as you can get, Coach Burmaster.
I like Floyd Brown's analogy. Floyd, tell us how you got that.
It's 1 shot at each end of the court. You get your shot, I get mine.
That's about it. Tip control by Morgan Park. Into the game, number 33 for the Mustangs is Anthony Ferguson, who happens to be a cousin of Larry Smith. Pass for Ferguson, poked away. A steal by Bryant. Underneath, puts it up, doesn't get it. Whistle, foul on Ferguson.
All right, let's watch Bryant on this play. Here he goes on the steal. Keeps digging, almost off balance. Stops, looks like he's going to pass back. Goes to the hoop. Anthony Ferguson fouls. 2 shots for Jay Bryant.
That gives him 3 points for the evening. And it breaks the tie as we start the second period. 13-12 in favor of West Aurora. 14-12 as Bryant converts them both. He's got 4. I've got to believe the whole city of Aurora is down here tonight. Really down cheering for West Aurora. At least part of the city is, to be sure. Maybe everybody in Aurora is cheering for the Blackhawks. Berry in the middle, poked away by Hicks, but Berry runs it down. Cobb, free throw line. That's going to be off the target. Rolls all the way back out to where Hatchett has it. And John McDougal's very deliberate Blackhawks hold it up and then bring it down the floor. 7:10 remaining in the first half.
I think if Michaels would fake, he could go all the way to the foul line for a jumper.
He could indeed. They're giving him a lot of room to penetrate. Foul on Cobb underneath. The Blackhawks content to work it to the baseline and then in to Hicks.
Here we go again. Bryant on the left side, again feeding to Hicks. Good position. He goes up with a muscle, and Cobb again over the shoulder.
Hicks has 8 points. He'll have another coming.
He throws them up like he's praying, doesn't he?
He's had 37 points in 2 games. Now he has 9 for the evening so far, and it's 15-12. 3-point lead for West Aurora. Out of the backcourt, Berry for the Mustangs of Morgan Park. In the middle, Cobb. Cobb draws a crowd. Turn around. You play that well, you deserve to have a crowd cheering for you like those people and watching you.
One of the problems with the Blackhawk defense, Hicks tries to front Cobb when he goes low, and every time he fronts him now, they're passing over the top. He's got to get more weak side help.
Bryant passing out. Michaels, about a 15-footer. Baseline rebound, tipped by Bryant to Hicks. Traveling. 3-second lane violation, out of bounds, Morgan Park.
He knew it. He tried to get out. Didn't have enough time.
John McDougal's assistant coach looking up and saying, how can that possibly be 3 seconds? We weren't even in there that long. Couldn't be. Berry from long range. Rebound, white jerseyed Blackhawks. And with it, Michaels.
There you go, Floyd. Your one shot. Boy, they box out on that rebound.
Really do.
6 minutes to go in the first half. 15-14, West Aurora. Bryant has the own rebound on the follow. Gives it to Hicks. Hicks screens. Back out to Hatchett. 17-14, West Aurora. Berry glances at the huge scoreboard hanging directly over the floor of the assembly hall as he brings it on the attack. On the left side to Johnson. Boy, Johnson.
Are they going at it?
Oh, yeah. Bruce Johnson and Bowman were really leaning all over one another. Here's that shot again, Floyd. The rebound comes down to West Aurora, and they walk it on the attack. 5:18 to go in the first half. Oh, Michael's going to lose it. He did. Berry in the middle to Cobb. Cobb right side. Jump shot. Johnson, no good. Rebound. Bryant. And a foul will be called on Smith. A rather careless foul, but here it is.
Here we go. Up with the shot. Bryant in good position. Real good effort. Now he's got the ball, controlling it. Number 33 comes over his shoulder.
Larry Smith. Bill Warden didn't like it a bit. Say, be sure to stay tuned with us at halftime. Floyd Brown and I will be interviewing parents, girlfriends, and immediate family members of these championship players. We hope to find out how these vitally interested fans feel about the game. That'll be at halftime. All right, here's Larry Bryant at the free throw. Jay Bryant at the free throw line. He's got 5.
And I think he's still the only one down here shooting that jump shot free throw. He's really leaving the ground tonight. Look at him get up.
Gets them both. I gave that last foul to Larry Smith, and it belonged to Anthony Ferguson. Thank you, Jack Rosenberg. Keep our scorebook straight. Morgan Park with the ball, and West Aurora leads 19-14. Biggest margin. Bowman shoots, misses, rebound in the corner. Bryant can't get it. And he's more than a bit upset. Tried to punch a hole in that basketball.
Right, he has great hands, and I'll tell you, he really protects the ball when he rebounds.
Ferguson to inbound the ball. Sends it back out on the left wing to Cobb. Johnson, Berry, down in the corner. Jump shot in and out. Rebound, Hicks, and a foul on Hicks. His second.
All right, let's watch Mr. Hicks go up. He wants this ball so badly. Up, and he gets a piece of Mr. Cobb.
Ball out of bounds to Morgan Park. We've got into the ball game now Larry Smith. And going out is his cousin, Anthony Ferguson.
Tell you, this fella came in right now, Larry Smith. You got to watch him.
Berry misses, and Hicks went a mile in the air. Well, a slight exaggeration. 2 feet over the rim. 4:33 remaining in the first half, and West Aurora with a 5-point lead and the basketball. Driving, Hatchett missing, rebound Bowman. Morgan Park with the ball. Johnson hurries it up the floor. Gives it to Cobb. Who else?
It's amazing how Hicks can leave the floor like that and not jump into his opponent. Great body control.
In the middle, and Hicks is right there. Boy, he looked like Johnny Bench catching a fastball, didn't he? Just bing, had it right there and turned. And again, West Aurora with good defense has the ball. Bryant, baseline jumper, in and out. Johnson tips and gets it.
Timed it perfectly.
21-14, West Aurora. That's the first we've heard from the big sophomore, Bruce Johnson, his first bucket of the night. Jeffrey Berry celebrating his birthday. Down the side to Smith and back out on top to Johnson. Johnson to Cobb, to Bowman. Back to Johnson, Cobb again. Berry. Johnson, Cobb. Can't stop them all, Hicks. That's 12 points for Cobb.
You cannot do a better job than Hicks is doing on Levi Cobb.
Cobb is truly a gifted athlete. He is 5 for 7. Michaels, left side to Bryant. Puts it up from the side over the rim. Rebound underneath is up, no good. Tipped away, grabbed by Hatchett. West Aurora controls in the corner. Bryant, bounce pass baseline to Hicks. He's double teamed. Tries to put it up, and an offensive foul on Hicks, his third. John McDougall gets up and stomps the side of the court.
Let's see what happens in here. Bryant has the ball. Again, nice feed to Hicks. Hicks goes up. Before going up, he backed into, I believe it was Bowman.
All right, Morgan Park with the ball. Right side, Cobb. Traveling.
And I'll tell you, Hicks was worried. He thought they were going to blow that on him.
I can believe that. Into the ball game. Randy Schultz replacing Ronnie Hicks. Schultz is number 42.
Did an outstanding job this afternoon as the sixth man coming off the bench.
Rebound is off. David Johnson has it from Morgan Park. 21-16. West Aurora leads. We have 2:15 to go in the first half. Bowman. Cobb. Rebounding. Going to be a foul on Schultz, number 42.
All right, here's Hicks' replacement, Schultz, on Levi Cobb, but he does not block out. See, did not block Cobb off the board. As a result, stepped into him, foul.
Inbound pass to Cobb. Rebound is down to Bryant, and Bryant gives it to Michaels. 1:58, 21-16. That's the score. West Aurora with the ball and a 5-point lead. Bryant with the ball for the Blackhawks. Bryant gets the follow, and it's poked away by Berry, and Berry has it over to Cobb. Morgan Park with the ball down the right side to Smith. Jump shot in the air. Ball touched the support wire atop the backboard and will go out of bounds to West Aurora. Michaels will inbound the ball.
Excuse me, Tim. The area that's vulnerable against this 2-3 zone of Morgan Park, they're able to throw it to the wingman, whether it's Bryant or Hatchett. He's able to take it to the baseline, either for the jumper or to feed the big guys underneath.
Bill Warden mighty unhappy about the turn of events here so far in the first half. Morgan Park coach.
There's the move.
Bryant unable to get it up and in. Whistle underneath. The foul is going to be called against Bryant. The happy fans, I think those people are from West Aurora. Let me check. Yes, they are. Bill Warden is really up and shouting. Into the ball game, number 32 is Jerry Harris, and he comes in to replace Michaels in the West Aurora lineup. 1:10 remaining in the first half. At the free throw line is Larry Smith. Rebound to Johnson. West Aurora with the ball, then a 5-point lead with 1:02 remaining in the first half. Shot attempt is no good by Harris. Rebound is off. Johnson brings it back down the floor for Morgan Park. In the corner. Fires it top the circle to Bowman down the right side. Shot is blocked by Johnson. Good move by the young sophomore.
All right, let's watch this as Bowman takes the lane. Here he goes. But look at Big Johnson come over. Actually, he went at him with the wrong arm, but he got away with it.
With the ball, Berry down the right side to Smith. Staggered a bit. Boy, Schultz is really all over Cobb, isn't he? Turn around by Berry, no good. Rebound Johnson, losing it out of bounds. Good call. It'll go to Morgan Park.
And I'll tell you, there's some excellent officiating tonight, Tom.
All right, there's John McDougall, West Aurora coach, up, looking out at the assembly floor. His team leading by 5, 20 seconds to go. Morgan Park going for the last shot of the first half. Fake by Bowman underneath. Ball comes back out to Berry, 12 seconds. Bowman underneath, all alone, Smith. 21-18. No good at the buzzer. That's the end of the first half, and the score is West Aurora 21, Morgan Park 18. Game we're at halftime, and it's been a battle of two of the best basketball players in state tournament this year. Levi Cobb, number 55 of Morgan Park, who has 12 points and leads all of the scorers at either end of the floor. And his counterpart, Ron Hicks, who's done yeoman duty for West Aurora, though he has picked up 3 personal fouls to go with his 9 points, the 9 points that lead the Blackhawks scoring attack. And the Blackhawks lead Morgan Park here at the intermission. They're ahead 21-18, a rather low-scoring first half of basketball. You can feel the electricity, the excitement, the tension in the air as these two clubs carefully against one another trying to win this state tournament championship. 2 points for Bowman and 4 for Smith to go along with Cobb's 12. And for West Aurora, Bryant has 6, Hicks has 9, as we told you, 2 to Johnson, 2 to Michaels, and 2 to Larry Hatchett. Was tied 12-12 at the end of the first period, and West Aurora leads now at the intermission 21-18. Now, here's Floyd Brown.
Thanks, Tom. We've rounded up some vitally interested fans of the two teams still in competition for the state crown. Let's find out how some of these people feel about the game. This is Jim Lisanska from West Aurora, who is the husband of the cheerleading sponsor. And that's Jim over there. And this here, on this side, is Larry Freeman, who is a teacher at Morgan Park. First, Jim, do you get to see your wife very much, or is she always practicing with a cheerleader?
Well, she practices about 3 times a week, and I get home late, too, so it doesn't create too much of a problem.
Jim, looking at this costume, I think the faculty gets pretty much involved over at Morgan Park with their team, huh?
Indeed, we do. It's a great team. We love to support them.
Any significance to the uniform?
Well, the hat is the Morgan Park victory hat. I put a new pin on it every year. Wear it to tournaments and special games.
Well, tell me, Jim, are they going to shape up here in the second half?
Well, if we play as well as we did the first half and half as well as we did the first game, we'll be all right.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks to you, Jim Lisanska, and, of course, to Larry Freeman. Now, here's Tom Kelly with 2 more fans, one backing each team.
All right, thank you very much, Floyd. Now a couple of ladies who are very much interested not only in the outcome of this game, but in a couple of the very fine ball players that are out there. Lady on my far right, that's Ronnie Gillespie. She's from West Aurora. And I understand that you and Bruce Johnson are good friends. Is that correct?
Yes, we are.
Uh-huh. And this pretty girl standing right next to me here is Lynette Collins. Who are you waving at, Lynette?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're just waving. Lynette hopes Morgan Park wins this big game, and you're a friend of Larry Smith's, right?
Yes, I am.
What do you think of the ball game?
It's very tough. It's close. I don't know. I really hope the best man win, really.
Uh-huh. What do you think about the ball game?
Well, I know that we're going to win because this afternoon we were down by 14 points and we came through, so I know we're going to take state tonight.
Have you girls had a good time down here?
Yes, I have a very nice time.
How about you, Ronnie?
Very nice time. I'm staying with his parents, so I'm really having
a good time.
Yes,
huh?
really.
I guess that just everybody is down to see the tournament. Did Morgan Park have a big following down here?
Yes, they did. Very, very many people came from school. A lot of people.
I got the impression somehow that everybody in Aurora is down here. Is that right?
Oh, the whole school is in a tizzy. The staff, the student body, pep assemblies.
You girls going to be able to survive the second half, do you think?
I hope so. I don't know.
How about it, Ronnie?
Oh, I think I will.
All right. Thank you, girls. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope you're both very happy when the ball game is over. I know it'll be tough for one of you, but thank you for being with us. Have a nice weekend, huh?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, here again is Floyd Brown. Floyd?
Thank you very much, Tom. This is June Keller of Morgan Park over to the far side here, and Carol Rowe of West Aurora. June, first starting with you, I understand you have a son at Morgan Park, right?
I have Edward, and I also have a son at the Circle that's the alumni of Morgan Park.
Pretty much involved with that Morgan Park team.
Yes, and I'm alumni myself.
And you're wearing the jersey. And I understand, June, that you have a daughter at West Aurora.
Yes, I do. I have a daughter who's a POM at West Aurora, so we're deeply involved. I have a girl living with us who's a senior this year, too, and I have a son who graduated in '73.
The spirit's pretty high down there, isn't it?
That.
Is everybody from West Aurora here tonight?
Practically.
All of Aurora, huh?
You bet.
June, the spirit's pretty high out there, too, and those cheerleaders seem to be pretty much involved.
They are, very much.
You have a winning spirit over at Morgan Park, do you?
We do.
Same holds true for West Aurora?
Yes.
Can I get a prediction from you ladies?
Well, I have no doubt all the way.
June?
Number one.
You're number one. Well, we're certainly going to find out as a result of what happens out here as we go back out to Tournament Central. Before I get through, though, what excites you the most about being down here at the tournament? Have you been here before, June?
I haven't been before, no.
How would you describe it to the fans back home?
Oh, it's fantastic.
They should make the trip, right?
Oh, yes.
How about you, June?
They should make it. I was down here in '74 with the team. They came in second. No, first game.
That's right. They lost the first game. They were pretty disappointing that year, so you want to make up for it this year.
We do. We will.
Do you have a lot of people here from the Morgan Park area?
We have. Yes.
Just where is Morgan Park?
Morgan Park is on southwest of Chicago, far south.
Far south.
Yeah.
And West Aurora, of course, is in the Fox River Valley here, straight north. We have a map where we show them, but I was just thinking about geographically in the city where they could locate it. Well, best of luck to both of you ladies. You make fine interviews. Nice to have you with us. And thank you for your comments, June Keller and Carol Rowe. And now back to Tournament Central.
Okay, Floyd, one thing's for sure. There's little doubt that the tournament generates a lot of enthusiasm among the fans here in the Assembly Hall. Tom Kelly is on his way back to game side to bring you the second half in our championship game. We'll rejoin him.
The second half will be getting underway very shortly here in Champaign-Urbana. Meanwhile, let's go to Tournament Central.
This is Dr. Joseph Hannon, the superintendent of Chicago Public Schools. Dr. Hannon, welcome to our tournament. Is this your first time down?
Yes, it is, Floyd, and thanks for having me in on here this afternoon, this evening, I should say. There's nothing like Midwest basketball, that's for certain.
I happened to see you at the Public League Finals between Morgan Park and Chicago Vocational. Are you an avid basketball fan?
Used to be. I want to be more in the future, certainly, and bringing the bacon home to Chicago tonight with Morgan Park certainly would be another way to bring upon the interest in Chicago.
I understand you were involved in basketball in one way.
Well, I used to officiate basketball, and I certainly would much rather be on the sidelines watching it than out there calling them tonight.
It's pretty tough out there being an official, isn't it?
It sure is, but they're doing one whale of a job out there.
Dr. Hannon, nice of you to visit us. Glad to have you with us.
Thanks very much.
Time's up. Now back to the game.
Thank you, Floyd. Tom Kelly, Jack Burmaster, we're here at courtside, and the two teams are back on the court and just seconds away from getting the second half underway. Second half that will ultimately decide which of these two teams will go home with the championship trophy, signifying that they are number one in high school Class AA competition for 1976. There's a look at the official line. Cobb with 12 and Barry Smith with 4 and Bowman with 2, and that's been all the scoring for Morgan Park. For West Aurora, not much more from individuals, although they do have 5 people that have tallied. 9 points to Hicks and 6 to Bryant and 2 to Michaels, Hatchett, and Johnson. What do you think of the first half, Jack?
Well, as I indicated when you left here to go down to Tournament Central, Tom, it's everything I thought it would be. I like this kind of a game personally. I like fast break basketball, but there's something about this that really grabs me. They're setting up power basketball, great defense, everything so fundamental. The kind of things, you know, you try to coach into kids, these kids are doing.
All right, we have, as we start the second half, Jerry Harris, number 32 in the white uniform, remaining in the lineup for West Aurora. Jump at center court and the tip controlled by Barry of Morgan Park. Hatchett sets up defensively on Barry. Pass down the left side, Bowman underneath, tipped away by the aforementioned Jerry Harris, number 32, and the ball is going to go out of bounds to Morgan Park, and inbounding it will be Smith. It comes all the way back out on top to Barry. Barry to Smith, left side, fires it across the lane to Bowman to the baseline for the fake, the shot, and 2.
You know, Morgan Park is setting their offense up a little lower this half. Their big guys are a little bit closer to the bucket.
And full court pressure over the 10-second line. Hatchett has the ball poked away, and a foul is going to be called on Levi Cobb, number 55, and that is his third. I don't know, Jack, if I would have Cobb out there trying to steal the ball away from a little 6'2" guard.
Yeah, he was tempted out there. He thought he could steal it. You're asking for trouble, though, when you try to get it from those small guys.
Bryant from outside, and Bryant picks up his 8th point. 23-20. West Aurora leads by 3. Biggest margin, they led 19-14, a 5-point advantage. Led by 3 at the intermission. Bowman Finds Cobb, top of the circle. Hicks, who has been a constant companion of Cobb's, is on the bench with 3 fouls. Cobb's attempt no good, and the ball is batted back to him. He gives it to Berry, cross court to Johnson. In the corner, Smith back out to Johnson. And the forest green-clad Morgan Park Mustangs moving around the outside. Cobb.
They're running their same 1-4 offense, only setting up a little deeper toward the basket.
And a foul will be called on Berry, galloping across the lane, ran into Bryant, and knocked him sliding along on the back of his lap. Foul on Berry is his first. Ball is out of bounds in the backcourt. 6.5 minutes remain in the third period. West Aurora with the ball and the lead, and in the lane, Harris passing underneath, saved by Hicks. Hicks flips it back out. Hatchett. Harris lost it. Kicked by Johnson, out of bounds to West Aurora.
John McDougall has Harris in rather than Michael, and I have a feeling that he feels Harris might be a little bit better shooter from right in the top of that tee there.
In the corner to Bryant. Nice arch on the ball. Rebound comes to Johnson, and Morgan Park has the ball. 23-20. That's the lead for West Aurora, as Berry brings the ball down the floor and over the 10-second line for Morgan Park. To Bowman, to the free throw line.
Beautiful. Beautiful shot. Bruce Johnson did all he could. Had his hand up. He simply shot over it.
All right, some pressure against the inbound pass, but West Aurora does get it in play. Bryant still in the backcourt, now has it over the 10-second line. Weaves his way down, shoots, and scores.
He didn't know till the last split second that he was going to shoot that ball, Tom. Looked like he was going to pass off and then shot it. Great body control.
He was caught between what to do with it and what should I do with it, and decided to put it up, and did, and it went in. Fortunate choice for Bryant. 25-22, his club. West Aurora leading. Bowman and Johnson. Bowman missing. Rebound. The white-clad Bryant there with Johnson and Hicks, and West Aurora controls the defensive board.
Hey, that Bryant is skinny, but he's strong. I have yet to see anybody take a ball away from him.
Jerry Harris from 15 feet. Well, there's the fellow who can shoot, Coach. 27-22. West Aurora with a 5-point lead. 4:50 to go in the third period. They had a 5-point lead earlier at 19-14. Bowman in the middle. Smith coming across, shooting, missing, rebound. Well, belongs to Harris. And West Aurora brings it back on the attack. Hatchett. Harris, top of the circle, shooting. Wowee. 2 for 2.
He's going to force those 2 front defensive men to come out. They can't sag anymore now. He's got a hot hand.
29-22, West Aurora leading. Morgan Park with the ball, the championship game. It's going to be basketball kingpins. Double-A competition in Illinois. Well, we'll soon know, won't we? Johnson.
Beautiful.
That's David's first bucket of the night. 29-24.
He doesn't shoot a lot, does he, Tom?
No, in fact, I can't imagine. I don't think he's taken a half a dozen shots in the 2 games we've seen him play. This is the 25th consecutive year that this telecast of the tournament has been brought to you by Illinois Bell. Lots of pressure in the backcourt. Pass into Harris, tipped it away, and a foul is going to be called on Berry.
Well, there's a real interesting call. Bryant realizes he's in trouble, tries to bat it back. However, Berry steps in.
Out of the backcourt, Harris with the ball. He's come on in a reserve role to pick up 4 big points. Hackett. Whistle away from the ball. 3-second violation in the lane.
There's
a look at Bill Warden. And there's John McDougall. McDougall is just worrying that gum to death, and Warden keeps mopping his brow. Bowman with the ball. Finds himself alone. He's got 8. 29-26. 3:32 to go in the third period. West Aurora with a 3-point lead. Bryant flips it cross court to Hatchett. Hatchett to the free throw line. Underneath for Hicks. Whistle. Foul will be on David Johnson.
Well, here they are working against the press. Hatchett, nice dish-off pass into Ron Hicks. Couldn't quite handle it, but there's a foul. David Johnson.
Bryant inbounds to Johnson, poked away. Up with the ball, David Johnson. Bruce Johnson for West Aurora. David Johnson, much smaller, for Morgan Park. Berry over to Bowman. Morgan Park with the ball, trailing by 3. Cobb.
Look at that Hicks looking at him.
Each of these two big men with 3 fouls apiece. Berry. Pass to Bowman. In the corner for Johnson, nearly threw it away. And a foul is going to be called on Harris, who thought he might be able to steal the basketball.
All right, let's watch Harris as he thinks he has a steal over in the corner. Reaches in, doesn't quite get it, and David Johnson fouled. Out of bounds, Morgan Park. Look out here.
Cobb in the middle. Rebound comes rolling into the hands of Harris. In the backcourt to Hatchett, and then down the floor to Bryant. Lead pass to Bruce Johnson. 31-26, West Aurora by 5. Their biggest lead, 7 at 29-22. 2:15 to go in the third period. For the championship, for the big trophy. Foul is going to be called on Bruce Johnson, his first.
Johnson tried to fight his way through a screen that time. A little too aggressive.
Smith inbounds the ball to Berry. Back to Smith. Looks in. Cobb's alone. Baseline around his man shooting. Foul will be called on Johnson, who got him before he got to the baseline.
All right, here again, we're going to feed Mr. Wonderful, Levi Cobb. He takes the baseline, gets him with his chest.
Timeout being taken here in the third quarter. 2:07 to go. The score, West Aurora 31, Morgan Park 26. Now we're going to have a look at the trophy that these teams have been fighting for.
Well, there it is, the championship trophy. It signifies best in state among all the Class AA schools. You'll want to stay with us at the conclusion of this game because we'll be covering the trophy presentations, and we'll also be interviewing the champions.
All right, a look at the cheerleading squad from Morgan Park, urging the Mustangs and their followers to what they hope will be the championship.
You know, Tom, every one of these groups are great. Got different routines this year than I've ever seen before.
Watch this now. Look at that.
Oh, coming right at us.
How about that? That's tremendous.
Yeah. I'm going to cast my vote, though, for my favorite team, the Galesburg Silver Streaks.
You like their cheerleading?
We only saw them once, but they impressed me. They all have, but I was especially impressed with the Silver Streaks.
31-26. West Aurora leading Morgan Park. Floyd, did you want to cast a vote? What was it?
You're not too easily impressed either, are you? There she is again, just for you, Jack.
Do that instant replay, Tom.
Watch the finish here. That is tough.
Back to live action. Cobb with the ball. Gives it over to Johnson. Morgan Park in possession. 2 minutes to go. Third period. Morgan Park trailing by 5. West Aurora leading 31-26. Berry setting it up near midcourt.
Well, they're setting their 2 big men higher again. Cobb and Bowman.
Back out on top to Berry. 1:40 to go in the third period. Johnson. Underneath. Bowman, a fall-away bank. Rebound belongs to West Aurora. I tell you, Jerry Harris, the young man with the ball, has been a superb substitute for this West Aurora basketball team. He has 4 points. He's at the free throw line shooting. Hung it on the rim. Tipped no good. Rebound in the corner. Out of bounds. Came off the hands of Bryant. Getting ready to come back in for Morgan Park will be Anthony Ferguson. Chances are we'll see him next time the ball is dead. 1:15 to go, third period. Berry with the ball. Walks it right down to Hatchett. Over on the wing to Smith and back to Johnson, and now Bowman to Cobb.
They're getting a lot of movement, but no close-in shots.
Cobb coming across, slapped away. Bowman gets it back, goes under, shoots, misses over the end line. Bowman stepped over the end line. into the ball game. Anthony Ferguson coming out, his cousin, Larry Smith. Bryant to inbound the ball, feeds it into Harris in the backcourt. Bryant back to Harris. Playing catch now. Hatchett. 41 seconds. Harris took a little glance at the scoreboard clock. Bryant.
It's all set for Bryant to go down to that baseline for the jumper or the quick pop pass in. Well, Harris is going to take it. He had to. It's wide open.
33-26. Harris has 6 points. His team leads by 7. 15 seconds. Morgan Park with the ball. Closing out the third period. Cobb passing to the baseline, but a foul called prior to that, and it'll be on Bryant, his second, and Cobb will be... No, it's going to be Ferguson inbounding the ball. I thought Cobb would go over there as Bill Warden looks on. Cobb to the baseline, jump shot in the air, bouncing. Rebound goes to Bruce Johnson. There's the buzzer. End of the third period. And at the end of the third quarter, the score is West Aurora 33, Morgan Park 26. There's the scoreboard, 33-26. West Aurora leads by 7. They've had that advantage one other time at 29-22. Jack Burmaster, you were there in 68. Got to be the longest 8 minutes of a coach's life coming up.
I thought it would never end, Tom, but it finally did, and what a great feeling.
So we start the final 8 minutes of this championship game. The tip controlled by Morgan Park, and the Mustangs are down by 7. Cobb in a high post. Berry at long range. Rebound, Bryant, West Aurora. Again, that tenacious, stubborn, defensive rebounding strength of West Aurora has stood John McDougall's ball club in great stead here. They have been truly brilliant under that defensive board. Underneath, shot by Hatchett, no good. Comes boiling all the way back out to where young Jerry Harris stood and just routinely picked it up. Bryant, baseline. Back to Hatchett. That's a long ranger. Oh, rebound is off and grabbed by Bowman. Bowman clears it down the side to Berry. I don't know if Coach McDougall likes to see a shot of that length taken when you're trying to hold on to a lead in the championship game. Foul is going to be called on Jay Bryant, and that's his third.
All right, here's Bryant's foul. Morgan Park with the ball. Pass into Cobb. Bryant reaches in, and the foul.
Bryant trying to help out Ronnie Hicks and double team this brilliant basketball player, Cobb. Now a battle for the rebound, and we've got the ball rolling over the end of the court. Out of bounds, it'll go to West Aurora.
All right, here they go with full court defensive pressure. Let's see if it helps them.
Inbound pass to Hatchett. Boy, Hatchett diving between Morgan Park players, and a foul will be called in the backcourt, and the foul is going to be on Ferguson.
All right, here they are. They almost have him boxed in here. Number 25, David Johnson, I believe it is, got called for the foul.
Right you are, Coach. Johnson did get charged with the foul, and Bryant's at the line. 7 minutes to go in this championship game, and West Aurora with a 7-point lead, make it 8. 34-26, biggest margin either team has had. 35-26 as Bryant has 12 points. 7 minutes remain in the championship game. Morgan Park. Cobb. Screens. Turns. Jump ball.
Great defense. Cobb is trying to get Hicks into the air, and Hicks just will not leave the floor.
Bill Warden looks up. The agony of it all.
I think he's saying, why doesn't he shoot it?
Tip controlled by Cobb of Morgan Park. To Berry. To Cobb. Down the right side of the lane in the corner with a pass to Ferguson. Back to Cobb. Baseline for 2. Cobb's got 14. 35-28. 7-point lead. Down the floor to Hicks. Lead pass to Bruce Johnson. Tried to put it up, and David Johnson fouled him. Well, West Aurora's fans at that end of the court are shouting, "Shame on you, David Johnson," but he took a short 2 points
All
away
right,
from
here
Bruce.
one of the few times that West Aurora will fast break when they cleanly have it. Bruce Johnson goes up, David Johnson fouls.
Smith is into the ball game for Morgan Park, and he replaces Ferguson. Johnson makes the free throw, his 5th point of the evening. 36-28. Rebound to Cobb. 8-point lead for West Aurora with 6:28 to go in the ball game. A lot of nervous time ahead. Berry to Smith to Berry to Cobb to Smith to Berry to Johnson at long range. Rebound high for the ball, Bryant. Bryant at 6'4" is the best jumping 6'4" rebounder I think I've seen in some time.
I tell you, he's not a picture book looking athlete out there, but he certainly gets the job done. He's in the right place all the time.
In the lane, scoop shot no good. Battle for the rebound, up with the ball. Morgan Park. David Johnson down the left side of the court. Back out to Bowling. In the corner, jump shot out of the corner by Smith. 36-30. West Aurora leads by 6. They've led by 9 twice. Underneath,
Beautiful
Hicks
pass.
trying to shoot, fouled by Cobb. Number 4.
All right, let's watch the great feed now from Harris. It looks like he's going to shoot the ball, sees Hicks with a bounce pass, goes up, foul. Hicks on the line for 2.
5:25 remaining in this championship game. 9 points for Hicks. Make it 10. 37-30. 38-30. Hicks has got 11. 5:24 and counting. Morgan Park trailing, down by 8. Berry with the ball for the Mustangs. West Aurora leading. Into Cobb. Across the lane to Bowman. Stolen away by Harris. Harris has got 6 points. I don't think I've seen him make a mistake tonight. Ran into some trouble. Hatchett is really having trouble holding on to the ball, but he finally maintains possession. Twice now that he's dropped it or almost let it get away. Back out to Harris. Back to Hatchett. Back out to Harris. 4:45 to go in the ball game. Now Bryant. To Hatchett, left of the lane, tried to shoot, batted away, picks it up, shoots from the baseline over the rim. Rebound in the corner, diving for it, and a foul on Bryant. And that's his 4th.
Well, let's watch Bryant as he picks up his 4th foul. Hatchett finally puts the ball up, doesn't hit anything. Bryant comes in, and he fouls Laird Smith.
4:35 to play as we look at Bill Warden, coach of Morgan Park. Known Bill a long time, Jack. I had the good fortune of doing basketball games when Bill played for the Peoria Caterpillar team.
And he was not too shabby a basketball player.
Free throw attempt is good by Larry Smith. That gives him 7 points. 38-31. Morgan Park trailing. Rebound is batted about in the corner, chased down by Cobb. 38-31. All the way back out to Johnson. Cross court to Berry. In the corner, Cobb. Baseline to Bowman. Rebound belongs to West Aurora's Hatchett. To Harris. Back to Hatchett. Coming out of the backcourt. Over the 10-second line. Stops. Looking for somebody to help out. Gives the ball to Harris. 4 minutes remain in this championship game. 38-31. Hatchett in the high post underneath. Pass intended and saved by Harris.
Morgan Park now two-timing whenever they can.
Bryant driving, shooting, didn't get it. Whistle. Don't tell me.
Yeah, technical foul, Tom. They hit the backboard. All right, let's watch Bryant as he takes the baseline.
Technical foul.
Comes up with a left hand. You see the, I think it's Levi Cobb. Yeah, hit the glass.
For one brief moment, I thought it was going to be number 5 on Cobb, and so did Cobb. Bryant misses the free throw. 38-31, West Aurora continues to hold on to a lead, 7 points, and Morgan Park is asking for timeout. 38-31, West Aurora. Well, there we have Morgan Park. Bill Warden is in there. In the AA consolation game, Oak Park defeated Decatur Eisenhower tonight. 73-61.
Tom, I think Morgan Park at this point in time now has to go to a man-to-man defense, and of course, this is the thing Aurora likes to go against. They love to work against a man-to-man.
Inbound pass comes to Hicks. Hicks holding it. Hands the ball back to Bryant. Morgan Park in a man-for-man. Bryant gives it back out to Hatchett.
They'll run their pattern offense now, looking for the easy layups.
To Harris, down the left side to Hicks. Underneath, Hatchett crashes into and fouls Berry. For Hatchett, his first foul. And the ball is out of bounds in the backcourt to Morgan Park.
All right, watch Hatchett cut through now. Berry getting position. Bang. There's the offensive foul.
All right, Berry with the ball for Morgan Park to Smith. Back out to Bowman. Left side to Johnson.
Bowman looking for the ball.
Cobb out of the corner. Rebound, Bowman, a scramble for it in the middle. Johnson flips it over to Smith, shooting.
Beautiful shot.
38-33. 2:55. And a 5-point lead for West Aurora. In the backcourt. Foul will be called on Berry, and that's going to be his third.
Watch Jeff now as he vainly tries to steal the ball. Here it comes into Hatchett, reaches across, nothing he can do.
Going to the free throw line will be Larry Hatchett. 2:57, the time remaining. Hatchett's got 2 points. He has scored 25 in tournament play so far. This is the free throw. Morgan Park with the ball. Pass at the baseline to Smith, and a foul on Bryant, and that's his 5th.
All right, let's watch Jay Bryant now as he picks up his 5th foul. Down to the baseline, Jay reaches in, couldn't intercept, a little too late.
It's only his 4th, they say now, not his 5th. Only his 4th. So we had Bryant assessed a foul too many too soon. At the timeout spot, 2:51, 4th quarter. West Aurora leads 38-33. Let's have another look at that championship trophy.
This is the sought-after prize the champions will take home with them. And immediately,
Hatchett, Hicks, Harris, Bryant, Johnson for West Aurora. At the free throw line, Laird Smith, Larry Smith, the Morgan Park. With him, Cobb, Berry, Bowman. Free throw is good by Smith. He's got 10 points. 38-34.
Hey, this Laird Smith is a pressure player. Whenever they're in trouble, he seems to surface a
38-35. In the backcourt, Harris with the ball to Bryant, double team. Turn starts up the floor. Long pass, intercepted by Bowman. Bowman steps in, shoots and scores. 38-37. Bryant brings it up the floor, still in the backcourt. Down the left side to Hicks. West Aurora leads by 1. Hatchett down the left side to Hicks. 2:23 remaining in the championship game. Underneath, Hicks with the ball, fakes again, puts it up, scores. Basket's good. Foul is going to be called on Bowman. The basket by Hicks is good.
All right, here comes Hicks through on their pattern offense, gets the ball low, double pump fakes, goes up, Bowman fouls. Basket's good, 1 free throw.
It is 40-37, and Hicks, who has a total of 13 points, misses. Rebound off to Berry. 2:13 to go in this championship game. Berry, cross court to Johnson, back to Berry, to Cobb, to Berry. Rebound belongs to Hatchett. Bounce pass to Bryant. Bryant in the backcourt. Fires it down the floor to Harris. Harris brings it out toward the middle of the court. Minute 50 to go. Point lead for West Aurora. Harris stops. Back out near midcourt to Hatchett. Down the right side to Bryant. Underneath to Harris, who dangerously close to the end line. Gives the ball to Johnson. Back out to Hatchett. Underneath. Harris is everywhere. Down the left side. Hicks with the ball. Starts to drive. Back to Bryant. Two players go tumbling. Bryant shot is blocked. Ball is grabbed off by Smith. Driving. Shoots. Doesn't get it. Rebound, Johnson of West Aurora on minute 14. Hicks out of the backcourt. Whistle and a foul on Berry. Hold everything. Timeout is going to be taken as Bill Warden talks to his Morgan Park players. Timeout being taken by West Aurora. Let's pause 5 seconds for station identification. Well, what can you say about a ball game that's 3 points apart and you're down to the final minute 11 seconds? This is really going to be some finish to some kind of a good tournament, Jack Burmaster.
Oh, I tell you, what a matchup right now. And West Aurora is going into their pattern offense. Well, I call it the shuffle offense. And as you see, they're freeing guys underneath. Problem is, they're also running over people as they go to the basket. They have to be very careful about this. Bryant just did an excellent job of looking down the floor against their press. He got the ball off. I think the foul was called. Is he going to shoot 1-1, Tom?
1-1.
That's one guy you don't want to foul.
They're both in the bonus. So we're going to go to the free throw line. Bryant, who has a total of 12 points.
I tell you, in my opinion, this is a textbook game. I just love this style. I confess, I just love this style.
40-37. 41-37. You know, I just wish I knew how to describe the amount of courage it takes for a 6'4" senior kid to stand up there and make 2 of those in the face of the entire state and the weight of the world certainly sitting right in the pit of his stomach.
Well, let's see if Cobb can go to work here now. They got to get the ball into him. There he is.
Cobb gets it. Cobb's got the basket. And fouled by
Ron Hicks.
Johnson.
All right, here we go. We're working the ball into Cobb. He turns. Hicks goes up. Just gets a little bit of him.
Foul on Hicks is his 4th. So it is 42-39. A minute to go. Cobb gets his 17th point, 42-40. 59 seconds. Michaels with the ball to Bryant. Down the floor to Johnson. Johnson holds it. Gives it to Hatchett. To Bryant. Bryant all the way back out to Michaels, to Hicks, to Michaels, to Hatchett, to Michaels.
We're going to spread him out now.
37 seconds. And Hatchett is fouled by Bowman.
All right. Bowman thinks he sees something here in the backcourt. He comes across, tries to steal, actually just gets a hold of Mr. Hatchett's arm. Hatchett to the line now, 1-1, and one of the better free throwers. In fact, the whole Aurora team is a good free throw shooting team.
And yet Mr. Hatchett has had some problems. He was there with a 1-1 a moment ago and came up empty. And Morgan Park has taken a timeout, which will give Larry Hatchett some extra moments to think about what is in store for him. and what the fates might decree. Floyd?
Make the butterflies multiply just a little, huh?
They get as big as eagles flying around in there now. 42-40. There's the score. You're looking at Morgan Park.
Well, all is not over, even if he makes both of them for Morgan Park. They can come down. Certainly they're going to be looking at Bowman and Cobb. Problem is not whether Cobb can score, it's whether Hicks permits him to get the ball. And if I had to pinpoint, well, it's hard to say that, but if I'm going to do it anyway, I think that Ron Hicks and his defense have just been too much. Bryant's done an outstanding job, Johnson, Hatchett, but this Hicks defensive job to me is one of the best performances I've ever seen.
Half a minute, 34 seconds. I think it's the hope of everyone here that somebody wins this game, that nobody loses it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
They played too well and too hard, and these kids have given their all, and now they're going to let Hatchett think about it again. Well, you talk about your gamesmanship, huh? Bill Warden says, let's take one more timeout. And he has one left. 2 and 2, I guess. Each team with 2 left. And now you see John McDougall and his West Aurora Blackhawks as they sit. Don't they look calm and collected? Well, you can bet me.
Question came up last week. A coach said, asked another coach what he would do in this case, and he said, well, I'd let my boy go out and practice a little bit. And the question came up, is it legal? And to be very honest, I didn't know. I know you can't take the game ball and go out and shoot free throws, but how about a practice ball? But I asked one of the officials, and he said, no, there's nothing in the rule book that he knows about it, but he's sure it would be covered under unsportsmanlike conduct. So it would be interesting if he put Hatchett out there to shoot a few practice shots.
All right. After 2 timeouts, back-to-back, here we are again. And Hatchett still goes to the free throw line. And Jeffrey, Berry, and Hatchett have been talking to one another just a bit. And Berry is perhaps talking to him right now. He's number 21.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Hatchett looks pretty calm out there.
He's a young junior. How about that?
As you say, he got the bounce. It looked like it was coming up short.
How about that? 43-40, West Aurora. 44-40, West Aurora. 34 seconds to go. Hatchett will never face a bigger pair of free throws in his life. Cobb gets the 2 points right back. 44-42 in the backcourt. Bryant. Long pass, he threw it away.
He had Hicks open, and Hicks didn't break for the basket.
44-42, as Bryant threw it about 80 feet. 19 seconds remain, and Morgan Park has taken still another timeout, and they'll have the ball at the baseline about 90 feet away from where their basket is. And they have a timeout left.
Well, I'll give you 2 guesses, Tom, as to who's going to get that ball when they cross the timeline.
I don't think there's any doubt. Levi Cobb got my vote a moment ago when he turned and calmly threw in a 25-footer.
Pressure.
Still leads by 2. 19 seconds. Well, it's been a great championship game. Been a great tournament. And I'd be remiss if I didn't pass along my thanks to all the good people who've been so kind to me and helping me with the broadcast. To you, Floyd, to Jack Burmaster, Jack Rosenberg sitting here, and all the people behind the scenes, gentlemen and ladies, thank you very much. So here we go. 19 seconds. They've got 90 feet to go.
Yeah, this is what I thought might happen. I think Aurora's going to pick him up now, full court. They haven't done it the whole game, but they're going to put a little passive pressure on him.
17 seconds. Berry. 12 seconds. Cobb. Baseline Smith. Whistle. Foul on Bryant. He's out of the game.
Bill Warden is up, hoping he would get the of bounds. Here we go. Cobb does have the ball. Gives it up to Laird Smith. Bryant goes up as high as he can. Just barely fouls. He almost gets the bounce and the basket also. John McDougall now wants a timeout. He's going to play the same game.
You see the expression on floor Larry Smith's face. I think he'd like to send Cobb up for him. Call a substitute, coach, anything.
Smith's a good free throw shooter, 72%. When he gets back there, he's got that going for him.
Good pressure player, too. Been excellent.
Well, you know, a lot of things can happen on this. If he makes them both, Aurora is still in the driver's seat. He makes the first one, he might miss the second, and, you know, with a crazy bounce, it might come right back to a guy like Cobb, and it might be a, you know, work to their advantage.
Would you take a gamble? Would it be too big a risk to make one and then deliberately miss that second, Coach?
If I had my druggie, put them both in there.
And let the tie take care of itself somehow, huh?
At least make that first one.
Well, we were overtime last night, 56-53. And tonight we're down to the wire, 44-42, and Smith to the free throw line.
Maybe Aurora will take another timeout. Let's see. Now, here it is, Tom. This is for all the marbles.
Smith missing. Makes the next one. 44-43 in the backcourt with the ball. Scramble for it. Jump ball with 4 seconds. Jump ball, 4 seconds. Well, certainly Bill Warden wants a timeout, but he can't take one. Jump ball.
Cobb is going to control this tip. The question is, who is he
Bowman says, tip it to me. Cobb tips it. Grabbed by Smith. He shoots. He hits it. The game is over. Morgan Park has won it. Unbelievable finish. Smith, who missed one of 2 precious free throws, gets the tip and throws in a 20-footer. And look at the near bedlam on the floor of the Assembly Hall here at Champaign-Urbana. Watch it again. Here it is, an unbelievable turn of events. The tip by Cobb. Smith gets it. Watch the clock. 2 seconds. 1. It's in the air. It's in the net. The game is over. And Morgan Park has won it 45-44 over West Aurora. West Aurora, as Morgan Park celebrates, West Aurora crushed. As you might imagine, just plain, purely crushed. What a heartbreaker. What a finish. What can you say after a ball game like that? Larry Smith, who ended up with 14 points, none bigger than the final 3 of the game, from GOAT to hero. John McDougall and his West Aurora Blackhawks stunned. And who can blame them? It was their ball game all the way till Smith put it up with 3 seconds left. There's Morgan Park, state champions for 1976. And there's Smith. That's part of the scene. Down on the assembly floor. For the moment our champions have been waiting for is at hand. For the awards, we're going to join Harry Fitzhugh, Executive Secretary of the Illinois High School Association, out on the floor as you watch Larry Smith win it from Morgan Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, there have been many great games played in this facility. There will be many more played. But this has to be one of the greatest games ever played in this fine facility. Our heartiest congratulations to all 8 teams and to their schools for their participation in this outstanding tournament. We congratulate the players on their fine performance and their sportsmanship. And to you fans, we want to extend congratulations and thanks for your fine sportsmanship as well. And now, to present the first and second place team and individual awards is Mr. Huey Tweedy, the president of the Board of Directors of the Illinois High School Association, and also the superintendent of the Anna Jonesboro Community High School at Anna, Illinois. He will be assisted by Dr. Joseph Sergio, a board member and principal of Steinmetz High School in Chicago. He'll be assisted also by Mr. Richard Mariani, the superintendent of the Allwood High School at Woodhull, Illinois, and secretary of the board of directors. And last but not least, by Mr. Don Mellon, the principal of Pittsfield High School and a member of the board of directors. Huey?
Thank you, Harry. What a truly fantastic finish. Many words will be written about it, and none will truly describe it. My pleasure on behalf of the member schools of the Illinois High School Association to make these presentations at this time. If Coach John McDougall of the West Aurora team will come forward, please. Coach McDougall. I'm not sure what I can say to you, Coach. About 3 years ago, I presented you the charms for the third place award. It looked like for a while tonight I was going to give you first place. I have here the nets to present to you. I have a medallion. That is your medallion, Coach, and this box are medallions for each one of your players. Congratulations to you for a great season. Well, the two co-captains come forward. I believe it's Bryant and Hicks. Fellas, at this time, there are no words that I can say to you that will ease the pain. Only time will take care of that. But I guarantee you, when you look back on this will be one of the biggest moments of your life. And this second place trophy will grow in size as you grow older. I certainly congratulate you on your great season and on the great tournament you had here and the great game you had tonight. Congratulations. Coach Bill Warden. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Has your stomach settled down and is your heart back in place?
Might take 2 or 3 years.
Okay. I have here the nets. I have a medallion.
You got a problem there.
that is your medallion in this box, or medallions for each one of your players. They richly deserve them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Will co-captain Levi Cobb and Jeff Berry please come forward? It was a great one to win, wasn't it, fellas? My congratulations to you. I can't tell you how thrilling it was to everybody here tonight. And look what a beautiful trophy we have for you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank all of you for being here. As you leave for home, please drive carefully. We want to see you back next year. Good night.
Floyd Brown is helping to round up the winning team members for an interview, and we'll join him just as soon as he's ready. Meantime, here's Jack Burmaster.
Thanks, Tom. What a game. What champions. Everyone is waiting to meet him. After that interview, you'll have a nice pre-game, after-game championship game for me, and I'm just so